Ryan Garcia, man. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front. I don't watch boxing like that. I'm not a big avid fan of boxing, especially lately with all the influencers, the YouTubers, the TikTokers, the ex NFL players. Like when I saw that with like Frank Gore and the other point guard from Brooklyn, I forgot his name. We're like boxing and Nick Young and all this other stuff, Jake Paul and all those Paul brothers. Everyone just got into it. I was like, okay, we knew boxing was kind of heading on the downturn, but now with all of this, it just all seems like a huge cash grab for influencers to get in the ring, collect some money. I think it started with Mayweather doing that fight against Paul, one of the Paul brothers, but now it's just really spiraled into a place I don't really like where boxing's at. But I must say, with that being said, with all that preface, Ryan Garcia fight against Devin Haney was super entertaining. It was exciting from like the first 30 seconds. Ryan Garcia got a punch in there, rattled him, and it was a show. From that moment on, it was a show because I was watching the lead up, I was watching the undercards, I was watching the other main event, and anytime they started talking about the Garcia fight, anytime they started talking about Haney and the lead up, and they started showing clips of Ryan Garcia, and they were selling the fight to the crowd or like the viewers, whoever's watching. They were like building the storyline basically for the main event and letting you know what the lead up was. All the pundits, all the announcers, all the commentary was Ryan Garcia is gonna get cooked. Betting is so huge nowadays. They kept showing the numbers. They kept showing the splits. They kept asking the question, is there any way Ryan Garcia wins tonight? They kept asking like whoever the person that was getting interviewed or whoever the analyst that was talking, they would ask him like, oh, Johnny, do you see a way that Ryan Garcia could win? Absolutely not. There's zero way that he could win. He's just not disciplined enough. Devin is too disciplined. Like he'll wear him down. And like me as someone that doesn't watch boxing too much, I grew up watching it with my dad. I would watch it in the Spanish, Mexican channels. They were a little behind, but it was still cool to see it. But anyways, I know little boxing, not too much, but they would be like, oh, what does Ryan Garcia have going for him? He's like, well, he's taller than him. He's longer than him. He's quicker than him. And he has more of a knockout punch than Devin. And then I'm in my head, I'm like, damn, he got a lot going for him. And then they were like, yeah, but like, he's not disciplined. He didn't make weight. It doesn't seem like he's taking this fight seriously. So there's no way. In my head, I'm like, yeah, even with all that, you just listed a very four pivotal important skills. Taller, longer. He has more strength than his power punch. And he's quicker. Like what? He's always gonna have a chance. If you have all four of those, you're gonna have a small chance. So for them to just go on a limb and just be like, there's 0% chance, after listing those four qualities that they were saying that Ryan Garcia was better, not me saying that, they were saying that, and they were like, no shot. I was like, I don't know, man. It might be time to put a little 20 on this. If they're listing, he's quicker than him, he's stronger than him, he's taller than him, he's faster than him, he's heavier than him. Like, what? That should at least give him like 5-10% if he's all of those things. But they were like, nah, Devin is one of the most disciplined boxers out there. He's super focused. He's no shenanigans. Look at Ryan Garcia playing the violin before the match. Or not playing the violin, but having like someone do this classical music in his locker room. He's just not a serious guy. Like, there's no way. Like, he didn't take this seriously. He's a little cuckoo. All of that gone in the first 30 seconds of the match. The announcer switching up. And if he is gonna have a chance, it's with the left. Like, they switched up. I forgot what the commentary was after the first 30 seconds, but it was something along those lines. Like, but there it is, the left hand, like the left hook. If he uses that, he has a chance. And man, he had him shook. I'm not gonna lie. Devin Haney did work himself back the next couple rounds into the match. He got a little bit of rhythm. The announcers were starting to, glaze him up a little bit. They were like, oh, now he got in a rhythm. He's a rhythm boxer. Like now, like Ryan Garcia should have pounced on him when he had a chance. Now that Devin Haney is caught a rhythm, it's gonna be hard to get him out of it. Like he's a rhythm boxer. Like you don't want to let him get into the rhythm. Boom, knocks him down again. And then the ref was atrocious. He took a point deduction from Garcia without giving him a warning. He was letting Devin hug a lot. It was messy performance by the ref. But in the end, Ryan Garcia gets a dub. A lot of people don't claim him Mexican, but he is Mexican. At the end of the day, if Chivas could claim Cowell as Mexican, Ryan Garcia is for surely Mexican. But anyways, it was a great match. Ryan Garcia shut up a lot of people, and I think the best part, other than all the knockdowns and Ryan Garcia, damn near breaking his jaw. I don't know if he actually did or not. It was one of the reports that he might have broken Devin Haney's jaw. One of the best things that resulted from this match is just the trolling that Ryan Garcia has done post match has just been amazing. He's winning the internet right now. There's a lot of memes. I would suggest to go follow him on Instagram or on Twitter if you want to watch it, if you want to get a little laugh. And like he said, don't take him too seriously. The man's joking. He was joking after the match. He was doing his little funny celebrations. I think sometimes people take people too seriously. Obviously, I was kind of one of those people, not too much, but I was like, damn, this fool might have CT already. But, I don't know if he does. I don't know if he already has it or not, but he might just be an enigma. He's just might be, one of those people that are just overflowing with personality. People always usually say like, oh, this guy has a lot of personality, and they use it like in a good way. Like the personality means like they're bubbly or they're super outgoing and fun in a positive way. You could have a lot of personality and just be like kind of like a dick or something. Kind of like just be annoying. You could have a lot of personality and just be annoying and be like too much. He might be autistic now. I didn't think about it, or he might be serious. He might actually have ADHD, but he's a whole show. He's a whole show. He definitely brings eyes to the sport. And he's not an influencer. Like people want to call him a Instagram boxer, and they want to call all of that, but he's a boxer. He grew up boxing. He broke into the pros super young. He was one of the, next promises of Mexican boxers, and he's a real boxer that brings attention to the sport. I think it's good for boxing. With all the shenanigans, it's good for boxing because I think we want to move away from all these influencer boxing matches as the biggest grabs, as the biggest, money bags in the sport. Like, you don't want that to be the highlight of a boxing year. Some influencer boxing another influencer, or some influencer fighting Mike Tyson. We don't. I mean, those are fun sometimes here and there. They're cool, but we don't want those matches to be the big ticket matches of the year. We need actual boxers to get the spotlight, get the big payouts, get all that stuff. We need that to happen so the sport could be in a boom again. Overall, very entertaining boxing night. It was a lot of fun, not gonna lie. I hadn't had that much fun watching a boxing match in a while. And I think it had to do a lot with Ryan Garcia. His shenanigans, him like taunting his opponent, him celebrating after knocking him down like prematurely, doing all this the whole show. It was fun. It was entertaining. In a cross-sport comparison, I could kind of say he reminds me of Nick Kyrgios. Maybe a little crazier than Nick Kyrgios, which is saying a lot, especially the way people look at Nick Kyrgios. But I think overall they're good for the sport. It's good. It's good for the sport. Let's embrace it. But shout out Ryan Garcia. Shut a lot of people up, including myself.